Hello and welcome back to Overbooked. I'm Amanda and today we're going to be doing my July TBR. Let's get it. July, here we are. It is July 5th and yeah, I think that this month's going to be a great reading month. I think that I'm going to get a lot of books done and I'm just feeling really good. There's the reading rush thing this month, which I don't know, I'm thinking about doing, but this is not a TBR for that. I might do it, I might not. And there's also, so this month I'm actually going to one of my friend's wedding. I'm a co-maid of honor and it is in Minneapolis and I live in Detroit area. So rather than fly, Chandler and I felt safer to drive. So we have 16-hour-ish drive there and back. So I think that combined with like reading physical books while Chandler drives and then listening to audiobooks while I drive, I'm feeling so good about this month, you guys. I think I'm finally gonna achieve my goal for reading. Since I have this huge long road trip, I'm just gonna throw a ton of books out there that I want to read. The physical books I think I for sure want to read, and then the audiobooks there's a lot. So you know, probably won't get to all of them, but that's fine. Let's start with, I've been showing this book off a lot, is White Rage by Carol Anderson, The Unspoken Truth of Our Racial Divide. I picked this book over White Fragility because it's written by a Black woman and White Fragility is written by a white woman. So I felt like it's probably a better resource. I'm really liking it so far. I've only read the prologue and the first chapter. I've been done a lot of highlighting. I'm trying to take a lot of notes. The reason why I'm taking so long to read this, it's like actually really, really interesting to read. I want to pour through it, is I have a friend who's reading it right now and I'm trying to convince her, instead of waiting till she's done to finish the entire book to discuss it, I would really, really, really like to meet after we read every chapter to discuss what we just read. But I'm not quite sure if she's down. I keep bringing it up and she never responds. So I might just carry on and finish reading this because I really want to read it. So that's that. I don't know if I will for sure finish it in July, depending on, you know, what she wants to do, but yeah. Then the other book that I want to read, I might start today, is You by Caroline Knips, whatever. But this is a thriller. I borrowed this book from somebody from my girly book club. I really want to return it to her the next time I see her because I hate just keeping people's books. So this is why I want to read this versus anything else. Also, all the physical books I'm trying to get done are books that are just on my shelf. My library finally opened up, thank God. But before I start checking out books, I think I'm gonna just try to take advantage of the books I own already and go with that. Plus, my library is only doing like, you can only pick up or check out books that are at that physical library. So like, they're not doing any interlibrary loans, which is bummer. Such a bummer because I live in like a smaller city. So my library is smaller. So I have like not as many options. I'm really sad about it. The other book I have on my TBR is Hidden Bones, and that's just a sequel to You. I really don't know much about this series. I just know it's on Netflix. And this is also the same girl's book, so I'd like to finish both of these and get it back to her. Next book is I really, 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 really want to read this month is Queenie. I've heard so many good things about Queenie. It's about a young girl who is a Jamaican British woman and she is just living her life, and I've just heard so many fun things about it. It's just like about this girl having boy troubles, living her life. I don't know much after that, but I'm really excited because this book I've heard so many good things about it, so I really, really want to read this one this month, for sure. Okay, and then the last physical book, I just like was looking at my shelf and I was like, I don't know. Which I don't know if I want to read this one because like I'm already reading 2 thrillers, so it seems like overkill. But it's this book I've had for like ever. Some coworker gave it to me like when I first started my job, so like 3 years ago. It's like The Good Girl by Mary Kabuka. So it's literally like some chick goes to a bar and then she like leaves with a stranger and like no one sees her again. So I don't know. I think it's a pretty standard thriller plot line. But I don't know. Might be fun. Looks like an easy-ish read. Like the pages. It's like a pretty thick text and probably gonna be easy. All right, those are the physical books. So let's move on to the audiobooks. Oh my God, I forgot what the word was. The audiobooks that I am trying to, I shouldn't say trying to, the audiobooks, the list of options that I have made for myself for this road trip are as follows. The Romance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. I actually started reading this one time in Target when I was waiting. I don't know what I was waiting for. Chandler was doing something. I'm not quite sure. I like read the first chapter. It's about like this group of men, and I think they all are on a baseball team, and they have a romance book club, and one of their friends like is potentially gonna go through a divorce, and then they're like, join our book club and read these romance novels with us, blah blah blah. I don't know, I just think that's gonna be lovely. I think men reading romance novels like and enjoying it is just gonna be fun to read, and I wish that happened more. I wish Chandler loved reading books and romance novels. Oh, I like watched this like reading vlog the other day, and like her and her boyfriend had like cozy reading night. I'll link her below because it was a lovely watch. And I was like, why can't like I have that? Like, I want cozy reading nights. I got cheated, whatever. Okay, so then the next potential, and I actually think that this is probably a for sure I need to listen to, is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. And this is a book that I need to read for the August book for the girly book club that I'm in, and maybe I'll show up this month, maybe not. Okay, I like never ever know what the books are like that are on my TBR are about. I just literally pick them. So I'm reading what this book is about. It is about Chloe Brown, who is a computer geek, and she is trying to get a life. She's chasing it. She's chasing the life. And then she finds this guy, a redhead. Oh my God. My fiance is a redhead. And then, yeah, I guess like he helps her get a life. Oh, she has all this list of stuff, and the last one is, and do something bad. And he's gonna help her do something bad. Oh, I know he's gonna help her do something bad, you know? Oh, yes, this is gonna be so good. I bet the steam is gonna be unreal. I'm excited. Okay, so I have to read that for the girly book club. I'm excited about that one. I've heard good things about this book, actually. A lot of booktubers have reviewed it, and I'm excited. So the other one that I would like to read is Pigs in Heaven by Barbara Kingsolver. I talked about this, I think, in my last June TBR because I was supposed to read it this in June, but it's a book that my best friend read, and she's been recommending it to me for like this whole quarantine, so since March, and I just feel like I should read it because she's recommending it. So it sounds pretty good. It's about a white woman who informally adopts a native boy, and essentially when the tribe finds out what happened, they want to have him be adopted by the tribe and grow up in his community. And the woman who's had this boy for like 8 years or whatever is like, this is my son, I can't give him up. And it's just like very like Little Fires Everywhere vibe, where like, where does a child go, or where does a child truly belong? And I don't really know if there's a right or wrong answer, because I think there's definitely good points for both sides, just how I felt like in Little Fires Everywhere. So I think it'll be a really good book to read. So I should really read that. She's really been recommending it, so. The next book I have is Heads of Colored People by Nafessa Thompson. It's a collection of short stories, and they all highlight the Black experience. So I think that would be a really cool book to read and easy to read during this road trip, especially like, you know, you're just you're listening to short stories, and I think that would be really a nice thing to listen to in the car. And it was actually one of the choices that I put forth to my book club that I was hoping they would choose, and they didn't, but that's okay, because we read American Marriage, and that was also great, so totally fine. So the next two, I don't know if I'm actually going to get to, but I would like, is How We Fight for Our Lives by Saheed Jones, and that is his memoir, and I think I know what it's about. Yeah. Yes, this is the book I knew. Okay. It's about a Black gay man living in the South, and like, so his memoir of living there, his experiences and whatnot. So I just think that that'd be a really, really great book to read, especially just coming out of Pride Month, everything going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. Would really, really, really love to get to that book. So I feel like if it doesn't happen in July, I'm definitely going to be reading it in August or listening to it. Yes. Also, these last 3 books are on Scribd. All the books above, I'm getting on Libby and Hoopla. So if you guys are like, I don't want to pay for books, or you're like struggling finding books, I highly recommend using Libby and Hoopla to get access to free books. But yeah, these 3 are from Scribd, which is an audiobook subscription that I'm paying for, which I kind of regret, but it's also giving me these book options right now, so that's fine. Okay, so then the next book is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. I'm really sorry. But this book is actually a YA book, but I just think it sounds fascinating. And it's about 2 sisters who don't know about each other and are separated by distance, and the father that they share dies in a plane crash, and after his death they find out about each other's identity and then their father's secrets. And I just think that's such like an interesting like storyline. So I'm just like so intrigued, and it's on Scribd, and I'm like, so I might be listening to that. So I hope that I get to that one. And then the last one that I have on my list that I think I will be trying to read or listen to on the road trip, because I think it's important that Chandler also listens to it, is Stand From the Beginning by Ibram X. Kennedy, yeah. And I have his book, which it's over on my bookshelf, but How to Be Anti-Racist. And then this is his first book, I believe. And it's just a book compiling the history of Black Americans and the racism that they face. It's supposed to be amazing. Tracy from the Stacks podcast has recommended it. There's a ton of booktubers and bookstagrammers who are reading it right now, and I just think it'd be really nice to listen to while we're driving, and then like we could also have conversations about it on the way. So, and it's 18 hours, so I think that it might be a nice, I don't know, just a nice like book to really try to absorb, like where like there's nothing else to do when we're driving. And like, to be frank, once we get past Chicago, there's not going to be any scenery to look at anyways. So we're gonna be trucking. So I'm really excited. I hope that Chandler's down to listen to it, but if he's not, whatever, I'm gonna be playing it anyways. So and yeah, so that's a really, really, really long list of TBR books like that. I'm gonna tell you, like, as we all found out from my June wrap up, probably only read 3 of those books. But like I said in the beginning, I'm feeling good about July. I'm feeling like I can tear through some books, and I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling good about it. Let me know in the comments below what you're reading this month, what you want to read, if any of the books that I mentioned you've heard of or they're on your list. I'd love to hear. And if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.